It has been nearly 1 year since I made all these recordings of how I set up my SHIGURA brake setup, and my bike has been riding beautifully ever since. So I thought, if this was a success, why not publish it? Here's my old Magrura MT5 front brake with the little Magrura bolt, which I ended up replacing with a Shimano little bolt because it just didn't fit into the Shimano brake lever. Yeah, SLX. It's basically the same as the XT, it's basically the same. Yeah, there are the threads and they do not match, so I had to order a few little parts. Yeah, and in the meantime, while the package was on the way, I already got the oil out of my front brake and I filtered it, because I simply don't have that much of this oil. And I cut the end of the brake hose off because I wanted to have it go through my steer tube and through the star nut, and the olive didn't fit through the star nut. So that's what I did. This method works very well. It's the first time I tried it, and I will never try anything else for filtering oil. There's the box with the Shimano bolts, actually not from Shimano, but they're for the Shimano levers, so they fit right in. The problem was the rubber cap was not fitting over them, so I just discarded it. This little pin you see, it has to be from Magrura because the brake hose is from Magrura, and a Shimano brake hose would have a different inner diameter, so you need a Magrura pin. I would recommend a Shimano olive, but I just had a few Magrura ones lying around and it worked anyways. I mean, it's all a Shimano brake lever system, so it makes sense to put a Shimano olive in. I bled the brakes, as usual, with the filtered oil. And I also bought some brand new brake pads for my brand new discs. Yeah, and the Shimano lever, the way you open it, it's a little bit weird. You have to push into a little hole with a needle or with something like that. I'm removing the top cap so I can get the brake hose through the steer tube. And only after that I could put the olive on and this bolt on and connect it to the lever, because as I said, the olive doesn't fit through the star nut. And for the bolts I recommend using 8.8 or 10.9 bolts. They're more stable, and for such strong brakes it makes sense to have strong bolts. Everyone's probably curious about the braking power. What I can tell is that it feels a little stronger with the Shimano lever, simply because, firstly, it's not made of freaking flimsy plastic like the Magrura lever, and secondly, I think the Shimano lever is a tiny bit longer, so it feels stronger, yeah. And also, one more thing, in these SLX levers, there's one bolt with a weird cap that you're not supposed to screw out, but if you find something to screw it out, you can just put a regular replacement bolt in and you practically have an XT lever for the price of an SLX lever. It's just the same product, but be careful not to screw in the bolt too far. I think you can break something, I'm not sure. I thought I broke mine, but they seem to work still. Anyways, I hope this was helpful, useful, entertaining, I don't know. Have a nice day.